in the sense that, like, obviously today I'm happy, like, my parents are here. Honestly, my dad's been here quite a few times already, and he supported me. My mom and dad were both at the finals as well, World Finals. So just in general, it just means a lot that my parents are, like, fully committed to supporting me living here. And, when they come over to Berlin, they see what they can do and helping me with my apartment or whatever. And it's just, it feels very wholesome and feels very happy outside of the game knowing that everyone's supporting what I'm doing. And I think they saw me at an all-time low when I lost, but it feels good to be able to show them the not all-time high maybe, but a very high when I'm winning like this.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller. Once again, Bwipo, how are you doing? You seem a lot happier than last time we spoke. I wonder why.
I mean, honestly, I think a big difference is also the meta. I feel like now with Conqueror Champions, I'm like in my element. I love this keystone. It promotes fighting, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm just really happy the game went the way it did, obviously, but also just in general, I feel like everyone on my team, everyone's like in the coming weeks has stepped up to make sure everyone is a part of the team. Everyone feels like they can carry, and like just in the comms as well. Reckless constantly reminding people is like, guys, we don't need to do too much. Like, let's just wait on Bwipo to move so he can carry this game and stuff like this. And it just feels much more empowering to play. Even just small comments like that, it sticks with you. You get reminded, just let him carry, and then when you win the game, you actually feel like you brought it there. You pushed it to the end. So it feels amazing.
Making the person proud that believes in you is the best feeling in the world.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, honestly, it was a bit of a surprise today. I was not preparing to play Aatrox into Renekton, that's for sure. I mean, coming into the day, I said it on PGL as well. I was like, there's no way anyone thinks Renekton is good, by the way. The first 3 games he gets locked in, and then the 4th game, like we were watching in the studio, I'm like, there's no way to lock it in on 4. There's no way, and Prophet locks it in. I was like, I guess Misfits is picking it on 4 as well then, and I was not super ready to play this matchup because I didn't play it a single time in scrims. And the last time I remember playing it was at Rift Rivals. So that's a while ago, almost a year, like 9 months or so. But then it was good, and apparently now it's still good. No, it's not. But I think it's very much a skill matchup, which makes me feel even better about winning it. But last time I lost the skill matchup in the Silent Urgot side, so I'm not really taking that like sort of personal level or whatever. It's just it feels good to know that there's one of my best champions that has been for the last X months, because he's my favorite champion, so I play him the most. So naturally I'll be the best at him. So actually getting to pull him out on stage was something that one of my biggest regrets at Worlds is that I never actually played him.
Never, not once.
Not one Worlds game I played him, and pretty much all of the LEC up until last week, I think. I played him twice in the last 2 weeks. I played it against Rogue, and I played it today. Today, like the Rogue game, I wasn't really that strong. I didn't really have that good of a showing, but this game, there you go. This is the Aatrox I remember playing in my solo queue games and in my scrims, so I'm happy I finally got to bring him to the stage.
Bring him home, guys. Bring him home. Especially against Soaz, obviously. I mean, the whole narratives and that kind of stuff. But I have to say, I came back from an interview with Mowgli, and I just look at the screen, and all of a sudden I see Soaz has died a lot. And I'm like, did Bwipo do that? Yeah, he did. Okay. Okay, this is going to be this kind of game. I see. Bwipo's on a mission.
I mean, honestly, at some point I feel like he was just getting frustrated and no one on his team was really doing anything. Because I feel like Nemesis was actually playing really well this game. People don't people don't notice it, but he was moving to mid almost every single, he was moving to bot side every single wave. And he was even in CS despite being sometimes in our bot lane tri-brush on a ping, just waiting, And just that pressure he transferred over out of nowhere, because that's pressure he creates from himself, right? He creates that by being there. It's just really impressive, in my opinion. I feel like, in a way, what I was complaining about last week or 2 weeks ago about, I'm sacrificing my lane and stuff. This guy is just doing it, and he's just taking it like a champ. He's just on there. He's giving pressure to our laners. He's doing everything himself. Because I feel like, and before I was talking about sometimes you have to take your mid laner and bring him somewhere, right? Like he's just picking a champion in bad matchup, good matchup. It doesn't matter, and he's doing it. He's there himself. He doesn't require anyone to come and help him get that priority. He's just doing it himself. And even when he doesn't have the priority, which is what really impressed me this game, he didn't have it, but he was still there to make sure that our bot lane could play the way they wanted to, that they could trade when they wanted to, they had the support they needed to. And maybe the play wasn't perfect, and the play we did try didn't end up going as well as it could have. He was there, and he made it happen, and he made it, the attempt to make it happen. So that's just what I love seeing from a player from my team. So I just want to give him a lot of props there. Because I feel like everyone in Fnatic has just stepped up from top to bottom. you know, everyone. So obviously it's easy to be happy about that because I feel like I can have performance like this when everyone is like smurfing.
So it's like basically the old Fnatic is back on the table?
I mean, depends how old you're going. If you're saying 2018, sure thing. I think teams are going to be a lot more wary of playing against this, and I feel like the top lane meta is very much in my favor now. I feel like the past few weeks it was very neutral with Urgot, and it's not like I was bad at playing Urgot or playing against it. Sometimes I was bad at playing against it, I admit. But it's not like I was bad. It's just this is more my style. I feel like bruisers, mages are really where I can excel, and then sometimes tanks, depending on the meta, of course, and how tanks should be played. Because I feel like right now, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be too great on tank because it's all about not contesting. Whereas I feel like all the games where people recognize my tank gameplay for, or were like, this guy is a good Ornn player or Silent player or Cho'Gath player or whatever, was when I could actually contest the lane with them. Whereas now against Conqueror, you do not contest the lane as a tank, which feels pretty bad. Not to say that they're bad or in a bad spot. It's just this is like not possible against Conqueror, and right. I feel like it's one of the reasons why it's such an oppressive keystone, and why I understand why it's getting nerfed or got nerfed. I'm not sure if they're nerfing it again, but
no, I think it's like only one so far. But like Jarvan is basically off the table now as well, right? Like top lane Jarvan, Conqueror. Isn't he most affected by that?
No,
right?
I mean I think the nerfs they did were pretty meaningless. Like sure. 2080 is 2080, you know, but 2080 late game, what's the difference? And like 480 level 1, okay, you know, but really, are you going to do 10 auto, like if you do 10 auto attacks, is the 40 damage really going to matter? How many times is it really going to matter? This is how you should be looking at it, right? So I feel like they did a good job by nerfing it, by keeping the essence of the keystone alive, in the sense that once you do have it active, you get the bonus healing, and that should be the trigger, right? You activate it, and if you then can fight, you should be rewarded. That's the idea behind Conqueror, at least. I mean, I love that philosophy because I'm all about, you know, I want to activate it and then keep fighting. Yeah. So I like that a lot. I'm really happy that they nerfed it in the way they did. By like, it's less of a reward to activate it, but you still feel very powerful when you do.
Yeah. So it still rewards the essence of the keystone. It's just a less oppressive.
Yeah, less power and more. It promotes more good all in.
More good all in.
Yeah.
So I actually got to meet your parents.
Really?
Yeah, they were in the audience today. You knew that for sure. So was it like a special game? Did you put in like some extra 110% in there now?
Actually, my mom came here too.
Yeah.
Well,
both of them, yeah.
That's not actually my mom.
Oh, okay, sorry.
My parents were divorced, but that's fine. She's coming tomorrow. So it's her first time here. So that's like the big deal for me. In the sense that, like, obviously today I'm happy, like, my parents are here. Honestly, my dad's been here quite a few times already, and he supported me. My mom and dad were both at the finals as well, World Finals. So just in general, you know, it just means a lot that my parents are, like, fully committed to supporting me living here. And, you know, when they come over to Berlin, they see what they can do and helping me with my apartment or whatever. And it's just, you know, it feels very wholesome and feels very happy outside of the game knowing that everyone's supporting what I'm doing. And I think they saw me at an all-time low when I lost, but it feels good to be able to show them the not all-time high maybe, but a very high when I'm winning like this. So I'm really happy that they're here and I can share this with them.
Man, I can't. So this isn't even your final form. Tomorrow when your mom's here, that's when you go hard.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't necessarily affect my gameplay, but you know, it does give you more confidence. I mean, it just makes me happier because I can share it with my parents. You know, when I'm at home and I send them a message of, yeah, I won and I carried this game, I don't feel like that carries over nearly as much as just, you know, coming home and going out for food, and they just see, you know, the smile on my face and they realize, you know, this guy is really happy with what happened today.
Yeah, that's a very special experience. I'm very happy that you get to experience it, of course. It's not very common, sadly, for pros so far. Obviously, you know, we have international pros from all around the world, so it's not easy.
Cap's dad is here every year, yeah. It's actually funny, you know. I think it's a funny story because he shames him, like he at least when he was in Fnatic, he shamed himself for his father, you know. And it was the cutest thing, you know, like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love Caps, you know, he's great, honestly. Just a player I've always liked, always got along with. Just generally happy he's succeeding, honestly. Like, I'm not going to agree or disagree with the fact that he left or whatever, but that's like, you know, that's like stories from like a month or 3 months ago, whatever, man. Exactly, like I just hope he he continues to succeed. Obviously, not more than I do, so I hope I can still beat him. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I do want to beat him if we do end up playing in the playoffs, and obviously we still have our second game to play of this split, so hopefully we get a little bit better of a showing than the fastest game in ELCS history. But that said, I'm sure we can, and I'm looking forward to that game. That's a game, obviously, that we kind of want to prove ourselves. It's a game that means the least because we're not expected to win, but it's a game where we want to do the most.
Yeah, revenge. Definitely.
Not even revenge, it's just a proof that there's no team in Europe that we can't beat.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Now, unfortunately, it's very late at the studio, so we have to... I know it's a Bwipo episode, but we do have to cut it short by, like, it's only 10 minutes. That's really short by Bwipo standard. So anything you would like to say to the Fnatic fans and a hashtag?
Honestly, just thanks for believing. Like, just... You know, a lot of fans send me messages saying, we know you can pull it back, we know it's gonna happen, and I'm really happy that they did. Now with the Conqueror changes, it seems like Worlds Bwipo is back. Not really. I feel like I learned way too much over that period of time to say that I'm back. I think I just got better. So thanks, and a hashtag Conqueror, because Conqueror is OP.
Hashtag Conqueror. Make sure to put it in the comments if you watched until the end. Thank you so much, Bwipo, for your time. Of course, make sure to follow on Twitter and Twitch and all the other platforms, and Instagram, etc., etc. This was Darius from the Shotcaller. Also follow me and the Shotcaller on all this platforms. I hope you guys have a good day. See you guys then. Bye-bye. Hey, everyone. Unfortunately, we still don't have a sponsor, so we do really rely on you guys supporting us on Patreon. So we'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your support, and of course all the names of the people you see scrolling past you right now. It is genuinely truth when I say that without you this wouldn't be possible right now, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.